Welcome back, my people. The period is between this August 2022 and December 2023. A public figure, a national leader, one who I would refer to a symbol of national unity to some extent, is seen back into the matrix, and all equations are ideally not answered minus having him in the equation. For the past few months, we have seen this leader traverse the country. We have seen this leader meet political figures of this country, meet party officials, and also traverse his backyard as a way of consolidating those areas, ideally geared towards the next presidential elections. So my question today would be, are we moving towards the matrix of 2027 general election? Good, my people. The public figure, the national leader that I want us to see today and answer certain questions as to why is back into the matrix is the fourth president of the Republic of Kenya, the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. For those who have been keen following the politics of this country, like I always put it and states, there's nothing in this country, rather there's nothing in politics that usually happens by mere coincidence. Usually functions, events, activities are always planned with a specific goal to achieve at the end of the day. And that is the reason you always realize most political activities have a boardroom preparation before people go to the main function of the day. So my question today would be, is Uhuru Kenyatta the man to watch for 2027 succession politics? And if not, why would Uhuru Kenyatta participate in Kenyan politics after he retired from presidency? Because I've seen President Uhuru Kenyatta meet Raila Amolo Odinga, political meetings, because he met Raila Amolo Odinga the other day with Jubilee leaders from Kiambu County. Again, I've always seen President Uhuru Kenyatta meet Jubilee leaders. I want to believe that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is one leader who is out and about to ensure that his plan, his political interest is achieved by 2027. Because it has always been a norm in the Republic of Kenya that former presidents usually retire and we don't see them again in active politics. But here is a man who occasionally we see him appear in political events, political meetings, and engage members of the country politically with a view to criticizing the government of the day. If you look at Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta since August general election 2022, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has made certain moves that give a clear indication that he has not politically retired. Number one, I have seen President Uhuru Kenyatta meet Raila Amolo Odinga and Kiambu Jubilee leaders. I have seen President Uhuru Kenyatta join Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka in Mwingi for a fundraising in a given church. And the debate, the discussion during that function was all politics with a gear projecting towards 2027. Again, you have seen President Uhuru Kenyatta have grassroots meetings in Kiambu County and Mount Kenya at large, which I believe participated actively and played a role in ensuring that William Ruto became the President of the Republic of Kenya in 2022. So then, what would make, rather, how would Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta impact in 2027 general election, and who would contest, with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta backing for presidency? And this brings me to two names in question. We have Raila Amolo Odinga and we have Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Of the two leaders, Raila is more popular. Of the two leaders, there is already a notion that is building within Raila fan base and Azimio fan base that Raila has been tested for a number of times and he has failed to clinch the position. Therefore, this belief is already getting into people's head and beginning to say, even if Raila contests again for presidency, then he would lose in favor of William Samoei Ruto. And a number of us would accept this and say indeed that would happen. But what of a situation when Kalonzo Musyoka is brought into the matrix? So how would this challenge the candidature of Mr. William Ruto towards maintaining or retaining power in 2027? It might not be an easy game here, but at the end of the day, if it is crafted out of goodwill with good schemes and plans, then Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka would be a man to watch in 2027 with the support of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, with the support of Raila Amolo Odinga. Then the two, Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, coming together to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, then it would be a plus for him. But I'm afraid Ruto, as he always mentioned, he's a man on a mission. And his main interest is to retain power, to maintain being in power, to ensure that he achieves his mission that he usually tells us is a man on a mission. So then this brings me to a situation whereby I know and believe that Ruto will do anything possible, everything possible, and will use anything at his disposal to ensure that he wins the next presidential elections. Because if you follow how I've been talking about power, power is the ability of one individual to influence or to make people do things like he wants things to be done. And there are sources of power that people would always use to achieve power. And therefore, that makes me mention to us that President William Ruto has military power at his disposal. President William Ruto has financial power at his disposal. The two are always very key in Kenyan presidential elections. Therefore, if the two are in the disposal of President William Ruto, and thirdly, he also has human resource, the human power that both Raila Amolo Odinga and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, together with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, have. Therefore, he would be at an advantage position against Raila Amolo Odinga as an opponent, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as an opponent, or even any other person that would be supported by Azimio la Umoja as a candidate against William Ruto. But this really doesn't make Mr. William Ruto the best president for this country. It doesn't make President William Ruto the good president that Kenyans can celebrate now. Here I'm bringing a situation whereby we are between clinching power and maintaining power. Not about the situation in the country. We are looking at what plans do you have, what tricks do you have, what schemes do you have to ensure that at the end of the day, you achieve what you want, and that is taking power. And realists would tell us that the end would justify the means. And that is the reason, in my view, I would say that President William Ruto would still beat any other candidate against him. That is my take.